Yo, what it do? It's your boy, the Expert Genius, aka XP, out here doing my thing this morning. Need to go ahead and shave, looking like the Wolf Man. But nah, I want to get on here. Sorry about the glare, but I want to get on here and talk about somebody that I encountered last night in my Brotha Quset X video about Caleb Plant and Santos Berrigan. I'm not calling him by his nickname, I'm calling him by his government. And the link to his video is going to be in my description, so you can go check out these comments between me and this character. But he goes by the name of Polo Sports Talk and Entertainment. Now, I asked him, because I was going up against a couple other Canelo people, so I thought I had asked him the question, but I asked somebody else that. But I went back and I asked him this question because he was trying to insinuate that Saturday we're gonna see why Plant has never fought a talent like Santos, meaning that Plant was not on Santos's level. So I asked him, what has Canelo done, or who has he fought to show improvement since the Floyd fight to make you believe that he's a much better talent than Plant? He comes back with his response this morning and says he's cleaned out multiple divisions, sir. Compared to Crawford and Andre Ward, he's about to make history by being the first Mexican undisputed. What has Ward and Crawford accomplished? I'll wait. That was his response to me. YouTube boxing community, when has Canelo ever cleaned out a division? Because I responded to him on this. When has Canelo ever cleaned out a division? And as far as accomplishments go, let's start with Andre Ward. Andre Ward fought the best of his era in their prime. He competed in the Super 6 tournament. He established himself as the best 168 pounder. And as far as Crawford goes, for this era, Crawford was the first undisputed champion this era since Jermaine Taylor. How many fighters this era have cleaned out a division? 4. Starting with Terrence Crawford, Alexander Usyk after him, Clarissa Shields twice, and that boy over there in England, Josh Taylor. I mean, where was Canelo in that? Then you come back and when I debunk you on that, you come back and say, well, Canelo's the second boxer in history to hold 3 titles in 3 different divisions simultaneously. Yeah, you are correct, sir. Only him and Henry Armstrong have done that. But don't you dare compare him to Henry Armstrong. Henry Armstrong was proven he was the best. Canelo held 3 titles in 3 different divisions because he was ducking Jamal Charlo and Demetrius Andrade. And then when he beat Kovalev, he dropped that 175 title because Beterbiev was lurking. He dropped those 160-pound titles. Yes, he has a chance to make history and be the first Mexican undisputed champion, but let's look at the real reason why. He didn't fight David Benavidez for the WBC title. He waited until it was stripped from David Benavidez to want to even go for that title. So don't compare him to Henry Armstrong. And plus, holding 3 titles in 3 different weight divisions simultaneously don't even matter no more, because the bar has been raised and set to a new standard by who? Even though I sometimes criticize her, the bar has been raised to another level because Clarissa Shields is the only fighter in history to hold the undisputed title in 2 weight classes at the same time. Then you want to laugh about Terrence Crawford fighting Kell Brook, saying he struggled against Kell Brook. I know we're not talking about fighters struggling, because Terrence Crawford annihilated Kell Brook. But like I said in the comments, since you want to talk about struggles, let's talk about Canelo struggling against Triple G, a 36-year-old Triple G. Let's talk about Canelo struggling against a 36 or a 37-year-old Kovalev who didn't even really take the fight serious. And if you don't want to talk about those, let's talk about Canelo struggling against Amir Khan, who had to move up 2 weight classes. Say it again. He had to move up 2 weight classes just to fight Canelo. Since you want to talk about struggles and try to laugh at Crawford with Kell Brook, and then you want to talk about, yeah, you understand Ward fought Kovalev, but who knocked out Kovalev? You bring up Santos? If I'm not mistaken, when Kovalev was still considered the crusher, it was Andre Ward, the first person to ever stop Kovalev. It wasn't Canelo. It was Andre Ward. So now you're trying to shit on Andre Ward's accomplishments to try to big up Canelo when Canelo did it after Andre Ward. Polo, sports talk, and entertainment, be quiet, because you wanted to go around calling people fanatics, saying that you're being objective and everybody else is being subjective. No, you're a fanatic. You're a casual, and you're a fanboy. That's what you are. A fanatic, casual fanboy. And you're very subjective. Ain't nothing in our interactions in the comments that we had on Quest X's video, ain't nothing showed that you was objective. If you don't know what you're talking about, keep your mouth closed.